Well, hey, look, kids, hanging out with us here today. It's Mary Clair Brickle. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
All right, so Mary Clair, real first middle name?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's Mary Clair. Some people just go with the Mary, and I'm like, oh, it's both. It's both.
Yeah.
But I get it. Yeah.
Your new album just came out. We're going to talk about that. It's called Enough. 14 songs on
Yes,
this
sir.
thing?
Yeah.
Are you like an overachiever? Have you always been that or what?
There's just too many thoughts going on in this head. I had to get them all out.
Is that how it worked?
Yeah.
This first full album, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, my very first album. I thought the problem would be that I wouldn't have enough, and I might have to do an EP kind of thing. But yeah, we sat down for the final meeting and had enough songs to do a full record. So that's what we ended up with.
Oh my gosh. You have a favorite?
Oh, it's like picking your favorite
I know,
kid,
I've heard that.
But honestly, right now, There's a God has been one that's been pretty close to home. It's just simple, it's what you need. So I like that one.
Oh, too cool.
Yeah.
What was life like growing up there at home? You're from Nashville, Tennessee. If you don't know, Mary Claire's dad is the manager of MercyMe. What was it like to come on the scene there? Of course, he was already he knew MercyMe before he knew you. Your dad and mom did.
That's true.
I can only imagine it'd been out like 4 years. I think
Yeah.
that was the big, jump start for MercyMe. What was it like growing up around all that?
I mean, it was like you looked up to them. All the artists, there'd be so many in and out of my house. You'd see them, kill a sold out show and then they'd be over for dinner. And I had these, big eyes like, oh, you're so cool. And I wonder what it's like to be a star. And then you grow older and honestly, you just realize that everyone's human and you kind of get more respect for them in that way of like, you see what real life is like, having to juggle family and, touring and being an artist and just so many experiences that I have with seeing what it's really like to do this full time. And that was kind of, a big encourager to me of if I want to do this, that's what life is going to look like for me. Wow. And so, it was fun and there's definitely some fun memories, but a lot of just, good times and lessons learned along the way.
3 siblings?
Yes, sir. 3 siblings.
Okay, how do you fall in there?
So I have an older brother, Jake. He's the oldest. Older sister named Sarah. And then there's me and then a younger sister named Ruthie.
Oh, wow. So there's a scene in the new I Can Only Imagine 2 movie where your dad, played by the big old giant country star there, and the guy playing Bart are there talking and they're having a real emotional moment. And then all of a sudden one of your siblings rides up on a 4-wheeler or something like that and says, Mary Claire fell and broke her arm or something like that. Is that true or is that just movie magic?
I mean, it was probably true. There were several times growing up, our house was kind of home base for everyone to just come and hang out. And we had broken arms, broken legs, bloody elbows, all the time. And it would be like, help, someone, their head's bleeding. Oh, just keep playing. So that was kind of our childhood. So yeah, based on true events.
Farm, right? You grew up on a farm. And at one time I heard your dad had a bunch of cattle.
So growing up, he did. He grew up in Missouri, and him and my grandpa, they raised cattle. My dad was growing up and through high school. So, yeah, he's a farm boy for sure.
But then he sold the cows.
Yep.
And did something else with the land.
Yeah, so they turned it into an off-roading park. So monster trucks, 4-wheelers. It's a lawless land, but it's fun.
So is Mary Claire a redneck?
Okay. I try not to, but if it comes down to it, I can hang with the rednecks. But yeah, I mean, great people. I grew up going to the farm. We used to have horses out there playing in the mud. It's good times.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Did y'all do vacations, or was that just your vacation?
A lot of the time that was the vacation because growing up with my dad was on tour a lot and 4 kids. It was hard to find a time where we could all go on vacation, but it was either the off-road park or Disney World. We would just load up the car, go to Disney World, and then my older sister, now she's working there, so that was a good
Works
investment.
at Disney?
She does, yes.
What does she do there?
Well, she's friends with a lot of the characters. That's all I could say.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
You catch my drift.
That is really cool. Does she have a favorite friend or favorite character that she's friends with?
You know what I'll say is if you go to Disney and you see someone that looks kind of like me.
Okay.
that, you know.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
How about that? That is super cool. We'll leave it at that because I want to ruin the magic or get a lawsuit from Disney here.
Right,
okay?
right.
How old were you when you first thought songwriting? I think I can do this.
I mean, I don't think I've ever had that I think I can do this moment, but I think when I thought I'll give it a shot and I'll do it until I fail or it just becomes blatantly obvious not to was probably when it came time to decide what college to go to.
Oh, really?
Because, you know, you kind of have to pick it based on, you know, what do you want to major in and how far do you want to go from home? And I kind of thought I'm either going to kind of follow the crowd and just go somewhere that's super fun and exciting. And there's nothing wrong with that. But then I just had a real heart-to-heart with my parents, and they were like, you know, we think that you should do music. It's what you love. And
wow.
That was really scary because, you know, whenever you have a hobby and you love it because it's a hobby, but then you have to do it for real, and then you're like, what if I fail? And then, you know, who am I? What do I have? And so, I went to college for music in Nashville, and I haven't stopped ever since, and it's been good.
What mascot are we most proud of there in Nashville?
I started at Lipscomb University, go Bisons.
There you go.
And then had to transfer to online through Liberty, so go Flames now.
Go Flames.
Yeah.
From the Bisons to the Flames. That'd
right.
be some good barbecue if you put those two together,
it
wouldn't it? Like that.
It would.
For sure.
You're quick.
So with the, I just thought of something. You have a lot, you and your siblings have a lot in common with a lot of people whose maybe their parent travels a lot for their job and they don't get to see them that often. What was that like, and what would you tell them for kids that are going through that now? You're 21 now, right, I believe?
22.
22, okay, I
know,
missed
I'm
a birthday.
getting old.
There you go. Yeah, you're getting old, right. What would you tell kids like that right now mom and dad, maybe dad's a trucker or travels a lot for business, mom's out of town. How was that?
I mean, it was a lot of, you know, I miss my dad. I don't want him to leave and, you know, not realizing what I had in my mom growing up and just never realizing how much she was there for us until you kind of get older. So just being thankful because both sides are playing such an important role. You know, like what my dad was traveling to do was the reason that we could have a house and go on trips and all of that. But also realizing, you know, the gift that is found in siblings. And if you don't have siblings, community, friends, I mean, school, youth group, there's so many ways to just feel that sense of community. That was really important for me and my siblings because we had each other. But like my older sister, she's definitely like introverted, bookworm. She would say it herself. And so there were a lot of times where she would just get sad, you know, that dad's not home. And but, you know, you grow older and you realize that it's going to be okay. And it kind of molds you and shapes you into what you know you want to be for your kids one day.
Yeah.
And I think my parents showed me that, you know, there's two very important sides to parenting. There's being there for your kids and staying home, but there's also, you know, setting the example of if you have a gift and God's put a calling on your life, you have to go do that. And so I think my dad modeled that in a very good way, and my mom held down the fort in a really good way too.
Which you or your siblings, which one was usually the focus of the phone call when Dad would call home every night to say, "You'll never believe"?
Well, me, because I would be like, "Are you kidding me? You went to the studio and you were at a concert," and I would try to get on the road with him as much as I could.
Yeah.
It was hard growing up because, you know, I was a girl and he was touring with MercyMe. They're a bunch of dudes. And, you know, as a young girl, they're a bunch of smelly dudes. So I wouldn't want to be out too much. But I would always want to go with him. If he ever had an award show coming up or a studio time, I would say, "Can I please, you know, be a fly on the wall and come join you, please?" So I would try to be with him as much as I could. But whenever he would call home, I just loved the stories. And my mom would just love to hear his voice. And same with, you know, my brother and my sisters. But I always was like, my dad does some pretty cool stuff and I love music, and I would love going to the concerts and seeing people's hands, you know, raised in the air toward God. And then, you know, I would go to concerts with my friends and it was like toward the artist. And so I love to see that difference even at a young age.
When Dad would call home every night and Mom was frustrated about one of you guys or about to pull her hair out, 9 times out of 10, who was it?
I could say so much. But I love my siblings. Okay. So, you know, it's 3 girls and 1 boy. and the one boy doesn't have another boy to, you know, get his anger out on. So he would just kind of, there was a lot of times where he would chase us around the house and we would just scream, please, no, please, 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 get Sarah instead. Please get Ruthie instead. A lot of locking ourselves in closets so we wouldn't get, you know, murdered. But yeah, it was always Jake. It was like, oh, hey, honey, you know, Jake broke this. And
oh,
my dad would say, it's okay. It's okay. You know, he didn't have a brother. He had to break something. But yeah.
Before your full album here, Enough, came out, you had other songs that were out before the album came out. And one of those featured a duet with this guy named Tedashii.
Yes.
How in the world did that happen?
Well, first of all, Tedashii's the best. I love him. I'm so thankful for him. But it was on a whim. We were on the set of I Can Only Imagine 2, just hanging out, having a great day. And Kanakuk Camps, they reached out, and they're a summer camp in Branson, Missouri, for kids from 6 to 18 years old. And every summer they have a theme song. And, you know, Lecrae or Michael W. Smith, they've had some incredible artists do those theme songs. And they asked me to do it.
Wow.
And I was like, yes, are you kidding me? Let's do it. And, you know, we were on set and my dad was there, and I said, Dad, do you have like anyone's number that's done one of the theme songs so I could maybe get some advice? And he was like, well, who's done it? And I was like, well, you know, there's been Stephen Curtis Chapman and Lecrae and Tedashii. And he was like, I think I've got Tedashii's number. And I was like, well, could you just ask him, you know, if he has any advice? Or he said, what if he did it with you? And I was like, he wouldn't do that, Dad. And he was like, the worst he can say is no, just ask. And that's a really great lesson I've learned from my dad, is just ask. You know, all he can say is no. And he texted him, and like 5 minutes later, Tedashii said, bro, let's do it. I'm so down. I'd met him in like passing in a hallway, so he probably wouldn't remember me. And he was like, I'm ready. Let's do it. And I freaked out. It was like in the middle of a scene, and you have to be so quiet. And I was freaking out. And as soon as I said cut, I just ran around, and I was like, oh, this is the best day ever. So yeah, I think about a week later, we got in the studio together and recorded it in an afternoon, and then it came out. But yeah, that's how it happened. Crazy.
You were a camper at that camp too, growing up.
Yeah, I went from 6 to 18, so the whole
oh my goodness,
the whole time. It was fun.
What was your favorite theme song up to that one?
Oh, I mean, besides the Tedashii ones, there's one called Jump by Lecrae that's actually on one of his early albums.
Okay.
That was fun.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. Newest song is going to radio called There's a God. So when you mentioned your favorite one off of the album here, why? Why is that your favorite one? Tell us about it.
We finished the record. We had enough songs to make enough. And every song to me felt a little too polished and perfected. And my favorite thing about music and my favorite feeling is the feeling that I get whenever it's just me and the piano. And it's just that quiet, somber tone, the honest conversation. And so I knew that there needed to be one more song, and then it needed to be kind of, you know, like a ballad. And so we reached out to Jeff Pardo, he's produced so many incredible Christian songs. And I got with him in the studio, and he said, you know, what do you want people to hear if they only hear one thing off this record? And I said, at the end of the day, if they could only know one thing, I want them to know that there is a God. That's bottom line. That's the truth. There is a God. He knows your name. He created you. He cares about you, and he's your friend. And I said, because I have so many people in my life that are struggling with that basic concept. You know, do I have a creator? Does he love me? And if you don't understand that truth, then all the rest of that songs on that record are not going to make sense, because that's the basis that you have to understand. And so we wrote it and recorded it. And, you know, we would say, should we add some drums or some strings and make it all big? And we thought, no, we'll just keep it simple. And so when I'm in the car, I never listen to myself, but if I do, it's that song. I love it. You
know, speaking of playing a song for the first time on the radio, about 2 years ago this week, actually.
Yes.
What was it like to hear one of your songs on the radio for the very first time?
Okay, so J103, you guys played a Mary Clair song for the first time on the air. I'll never forget that day. It's ingrained in my memory. I'm so thankful. All I remember is it was my first ever radio visit too. So I was scared. I was nervous. I think I blacked out several times that day. And I remember leaving the studio and I was like, did I do a good job? Do you think they liked me? Did I say anything wrong? And, they were like, no, you did great. It's all good. And then I got in the car to head home and we got a text from you and you said, hey, turn on the radio. And we turned it on and you guys played my song. And I took a video of it and it's on my social media. But as soon as we stopped recording, I just bawled the whole way home. It's a surreal feeling to hear your name and, you work so hard for something and it finally happens. And I mean, I'm still such a small artist and you guys have already put so much belief in me. I'm so thankful. But I'll never forget that day.
That was Heaven in the Way.
Heaven in the Way. The very first song.
I guarantee you God has used that song because of the message of what that's. Any stories of how he's used that song?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I get a lot of DMs, a lot of messages, and you sit and you read them and you can't help but to let it have such an impact on your day. I can be in the middle of the busiest day. I get a message and then that's all I can think about. But one that comes to mind is I got a message from a mom and she had said that her daughter found the song and she loved it and she decided to use it for her dance recital.
Oh, wow.
And the mom sent me a video of it and it's just the most beautiful, it's art. And it's this little girl dancing and, I don't know her story or who she lost in her life, but I was moved, because dance is such a beautiful art form. And just to watch her do that, it's things like that where people use what you create to create something that you could have never thought, possible. And so that was a personal favorite.
Are you a dancer? Is that in your repertoire?
You don't know. You don't want to see that. I mean, maybe like the Cupid Shuffle.
Okay, all right,
but
all right.
No.
To the left. We can work that out. For sure.
JFS, I need backup dancers for that. Are you available?
No, I'm not. But we could find somebody that could. While scanning your Instagram, I've noticed a lot of different styles. I remember seeing you on the red carpet at the Dove Awards 2 years ago, and it looked like they were the biggest pair of sunglasses I'd ever seen in my life.
Yes.
But my wife reminded me, Ted, that was really fashion and stylish. That was really, okay. What's your favorite and your most comfortable style?
Ooh, okay. Well, comfortable, favorite and comfortable do go hand in hand because the comfier I am, the more I like the outfit. But I will say, in the past 2 years, I have really gone for like a shock factor, flashy stuff. And I feel like I turned 22 and I like the sweaters and I like the jeans and the pants. I think I've already hit that age where I'm like, oh, these young people in their flashy outfits. But I mean, right now, favorite outfit. I mean, I love all black. I think it's good. It goes with everything. Sunglasses, that's always a good idea.
So I'm holding up your album cover right here. Explain this style to me right there.
I mean, this is a casual Tuesday afternoon listening to music in bed. I mean, this is what I always look like.
How many different pairs of sunglasses do you have?
Well, I have quite a few, but it's because I get them at Goodwill, TJ Maxx. But yeah, I mean, I want to show young girls and people all over that, you can listen to Christian music and you can still have fun.
Sure.
You can still express yourself. So
Dad approved.
Dad approved.
That's right.
Barely.
Really? What would he say was not approved?
Well, here, I don't know if I can.
The fact that you're in your bedroom, would that be it? Maybe
it was like, Mary Clair, I don't like you laying on the bed. So there you go.
All right, way to go, Dad. There you go. If you could just drop it all right now and go do it. What would it be and where would it be done at?
Can I get nerdy?
You could do whatever you want to, yeah.
I mean,
just be honest.
Okay. Can I time travel?
Sure.
Great.
Well, okay, no. Let's keep it real. Okay, let's keep it like something you can do.
That was a great question.
I mean, I know you're a Star Wars fan and you want to hop in the Millennium Falcon.
Yes, I do. Let's go. Okay, if I could drop it all. I've always wanted to go to Abbey Road Studios.
Oh, wow.
In London and just see it. I'm a big Beatles fan.
Okay.
So to see that in real life, even if it's just the outside or the street crossing, that'd be awesome. But like big dream, I mean, performing at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, really?
You know, that's just, as a kid, that's the one.
Yeah.
So hopefully one day that's like big dream.
Even bigger than like Carnegie Hall
I mean, Carnegie's really cool too, but Madison Square?
or Red Rocks?
Oh, Red Rocks too? Okay. We would have to come up with like a dream venues tour and just do the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't been in any three of those that you just mentioned.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, there you go. I'll drive the bus because I could do that. I could do that. So Thanksgiving's just a couple of weeks away.
Yep.
What's Thanksgiving like in the Brickell family around the table?
Well, it's looked different the past few years. My brother's married, so we've got some juggling of what families are going to spend. But my older sister working at Disney, she usually has to work Thanksgiving Day because holidays are so big there. And so the past few years, we've actually gone to Orlando to spend it with her. So our Thanksgiving dinner is like a churro and a Mickey waffle and some chicken nuggets, but just to see her on Thanksgiving Day. So, yeah.
I could go for a Dole Whip on Thanksgiving anytime.
That's right.
That'd
No
be incredible.
complaints. No
No,
complaints.
not at all.
Yeah.
Who usually, when you're not at Disney, who usually cooks Thanksgiving? If it was going to be a Brickell family Thanksgiving at home, who would do all the cooking?
Growing up, traditional Brickell Thanksgiving, my mom would do a lot of it. She was the best. She had the best recipes. My aunt, she would be like her sidekick. It would be the two of them in the kitchen like a tornado. But I will say I got more involved over the years, and now I've kind of taken the lead on it.
Okay,
and
really?
At first it was scary, and I burned a few things. But if we weren't going to Disney and we were at home, I'm pretty confident I could do a Thanksgiving feast. So
wow,
I'll have to see one day. But
what's your favorite thing to prepare for like a Thanksgiving dinner?
Okay, this is controversial because
Okay.
some people don't see this as a Thanksgiving dish, but it's my favorite. Is the mac and cheese.
Yeah, why wouldn't that not be a Thanksgiving dish?
I mean, because it's the turkey and the gravy, potatoes and the rolls, but
And the macaroni and cheese.
macaroni and cheese, it's the best part.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the best part, but it's definitely on everybody's Thanksgiving table, macaroni and cheese. Yeah, that's what I thought. Everybody has it on their table there.
That's right.
Especially in the South down here, for
Yes.
sure. Favorite memory of a Thanksgiving?
We have our tradition in our family where we have this big white jar, and every year you write down something that you're thankful for and you put it in, and then you also take one out and read it, and we date them. So we'll be pulling out ones from like 2009, and it's
goodness.
Jake wrote down, "I'm so thankful for my Legos," or it'll be something.
Wow.
We pulled out one year, and it was my dad. He wrote it the year that I Can Only Imagine came out. And he said, "Thankful for this new band and excited to see what their future holds." And it was a sweet moment. So, yeah, my parents started that tradition, and we still do it every year.
Oh, my goodness.
fun
That's
one.
incredible.
Yeah.
We may start that tradition this year.
You guys should.
That's pretty awesome to do that. What's your three? On the morning show here, quite often we do what's your three? Three things that you're thankful for right now on the spot. Could be big, could be small. What right now in Mary Claire's mind, what are you thankful for right now? Three things.
This sounds cheesy, but honestly, this station, like I remember coming here, it was my very first visit, and to walk back in the doors today and feel so loved and welcomed and just feel so supported. I mean, you guys played my song for the first time. You've become a friend to me at this point in my life, and I'm just thankful. So honestly, being here in this station and what it does for artists, I'm thankful for snow. We've got some flurries happening in Tennessee, and it's fun to see that. Although it's cold, you can get out the Christmas sweaters. So I love snow. I mean, it's just so nostalgic, and I'm thankful for snow. And honestly, this year, I feel like, COVID is finally fully behind us. People have gone through a lot in the past few years. So I'm thankful for family. I'm thankful for people that feel like home, even if they're not family.
Yeah.
But just people that feel safe, and people that go through the hard times with you, and they're still there on the other side. So yeah, J103, snow, and good people.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving, I'm big on Thanksgiving, and I'm
Yeah.
big on not Christmas until after Thanksgiving. When does the Christmas tree and decorations go up at your all's house?
Well, you already have an opinion on this.
That's mine, but that doesn't mean it's right. I mean, everybody has the right to be wrong. What's
Okay.
your thought?
Okay, the right to be wrong. So in our household, we leave to go trick-or-treating on October 31st. And while we're trick-or-treating, my dad has it set up that the Christmas lights get put up on our house. Because we take trick-or-treating very seriously. We're out for hours. We have trash bags. We're hitting neighborhoods. He's like, all right, 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. It's a whole thing. By the time we pull back into the driveway, the house is twinkling, and we spend the next day, November 1st, setting up the Christmas decorations. So it's midnight on October 31st. We've got our Christmas jammies on. It's full effect, full swing. But you disagree.
I'm in shock over here right now.
This is a great
It's
debate.
like,
So
I don't know if there's much of a debate there. I mean, I'm sitting here trying to fight back the deluge of people wanting to do it before the Thanksgiving turkey's carved. I mean, you hadn't even opened up your Halloween candy yet, and it's already up.
That's right.
Wow.
Yes.
Goodness gracious. So then my next question is dumb then. Have you already purchased your first Christmas gift?
Absolutely.
Of course you have. Absolutely. Of course you have.
Yes.
What does Mary Clair really want for Christmas this year?
Okay. I did find myself putting socks on my list. You know, as a kid, you're like, oh, come on, socks? Really, Mom? When you become an adult, the socks go missing. You don't know where they go. You put them in the dryer. You get them out of the dryer, and then one doesn't have its buddy. Where do they go? We don't know.
They actually come back as extra Tupperware lids that don't
That's
match
how
any
it
other
happens.
Tupperware. That's right. That's exactly what they do.
I think that's what happens. Yeah, I put socks on the list, and I felt old. And I think it's fitting. I think I really would love the socks this year.
Yeah.
So Santa, if you're watching.
That's right. Or if you live near the Brickles next year for Halloween, just put them in her Thanksgiving bucket because it all kind of or in her Halloween bucket because it all kind of goes together, right?
That's right. That's right. So you don't have any decorations up?
No.
Oh,
well, we have
come on.
Thanksgiving decorations up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're thankful. And then
Okay.
we celebrate the birth of Jesus after we carve the Thanksgiving turkey.
You're just
The
better
morning
than
show with
everyone.
Ted rules, Mary Claire, this, okay? This is the home edition. Okay, I'll give you the home edition rules. You can put up your Christmas decorations. If Scott wants to hang lights on the house, put a reindeer on the roof or whatever, that's fine. Just don't turn them on until after the Thanksgiving turkey has been carved. Then all the exterior illumination, anything you want can go on.
Okay. That's your household rule?
That's the rule.
That's the rule.
In fact, if God were to say, "Hey Ted, I need you to write another book in the Bible," that would be one of the commandments right there. Yeah.
Okay, who is this? Is this from your brain, or is this how your parents did it? How? Because
It's
you're
just
set.
the way it should be.
Oh, this is spiritual. This is spiritual. Okay, but it's more of a dedication of your wife to have Thanksgiving decorations.
Oh, don't get anybody that knows my wife. There's probably going to be Christmas decorations up when I get home today. I wouldn't doubt it if there were. It's constantly fighting that back. But
because because she has to buy for fall, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yeah.
That's props to her.
that's right. That's right. How can we pray for you besides your warped sense of when holidays need to be celebrated?
Okay, yeah, I need prayer there apparently. And honestly, I would just say that I can find time to be still, to be thankful. I think that I love to get wrapped up in the busyness of life, and sometimes I think that a busy life equals a productive life, and that also equals meaning. And so just to find times to be still and to know that presence with the Lord is what makes a sound heart. And I want that to be as important to me as chasing my dreams and just time with Him.
Can I pray with you real quick?
Absolutely.
Hey, God, thank you so much for Mary Claire. And Lord, I thank you for her obedience. I thank you for her faithfulness to you and to making sure that people know you love them, that there is a God, as her song says, and that, God, you are worthy, you are loving, and, God, we can worship you in it. Lord, I do pray that you would give Mary Claire a sense of peace. Lord, help her to realize that if the devil can't make us bad, he's going to make us busy. And God, I pray that even in the midst of the things that have to be done and the things that she wants to get done, that, Lord, she has those times just to dwell on you and to focus on you, and for you just to refill her and charge her and to just help her. God, thank you for where she's at and her ministry and how you're using her and the lives that are being changed because of her. God, I pray that as this holiday season comes forward, I pray that you would just help her and her family to have that time to spend together and to reflect on you, the things they're thankful for, and then, Father, your birth, the birth of Jesus. We thank you for that. God, we just look forward to what you're going to do through this song and all of the songs on this album. In your name we pray. Amen.